Greetings, this is Jim Lindsay. Welcome to the orientation for the online portion of CIS 205. I'd like to thank you for your patience and your flexibility. I know this has been really crazy and difficult, and so thank you for just sticking with it. We'll get through this. We're going to get through this just fine. I've taught online a long time. I've been teaching online classes for 15 years or so, and I'm not new to this. And so you might be new to this, but I can get you oriented pretty quickly, and we'll be just fine. And so thank you for your flexibility. The purpose of this video is just to show you what we're going to do going forward. How is CIS 205 going to work from now on? Well, that's what I'm going to show you. And so I'm at the Blackboard site. Everything will come through the Blackboard site. This has its importance has risen greatly, and so this is our vehicle for getting information to and from one another. And so as you look at it, you'll see, for example, we're starting topic 4. As I'll show you the calendar in just a minute, but we're going to be starting topic 4, and so this is going to you'll see something like this every week as we get into new stuff, or as we finish something and get into something new, you'll see something like this saying, like, okay, this is what you do. And so you're watching the orientation video already. Once you've done that, then you'll go over and you'll start to read things. You'll listen to lectures. You'll complete issue quizzes and topic and analyses like you did before. Your research paper is still something I'd like for you to do, and I'm still going to have you present things, but you'll present them to me on the phone. And so really not much has changed with the class, but the way in which we do it obviously has changed quite a bit. So that's what I'll show you as we go through this lesson, or this orientation video. So what I really want to emphasize right at this moment, though, is that if you have questions, please call me. That is my phone number right there. That is a Google Voice number. When you call it, it'll ask you to state your name, and then it will turn around and call my cell phone and I can pick up and talk to you. So that is how you reach me. Please call me if you have questions. That's the fastest way to get an issue resolved. And so I'm like you guys. I'm stuck at my house right now, and so call me if you have questions. I'd be glad to help you. And so that's what you're going to see when you get to the announcement page of Blackboard. And I'll show you the calendar, and then where the course material is going to come from in just a minute. This is something that I posted, I guess, last Tuesday during the St. Patrick's Day day. And so I know, based on the data from the survey that you guys completed, that some of you don't have either a computer or broadband internet access or Office or some combination of those, but I don't know who you are. Again, it's really important that I figure that out. So I need you to call me, please. Again, there's my phone number right there. If you're in that boat where you don't have a computer to do this online stuff, if you don't have broadband internet access, if you don't have Office, please call me so we can talk about and figure out how to move forward. Again, that was just a minority of people in the class, but that's significant. If you are expected to do things online and you don't have a computer, how do you do that? So that's what we need to talk about. So please call me so we can discuss how to move forward. So that's the announcement page of Blackboard. Let me show you the calendar. And the calendar has moved because it's online now. Everybody's basically in one group. We had 2 different classes, and you guys had your own page. You each had your own class pages before, but now everybody is together. So if you go to course information, you'll see that is where the calendar is now located. So at course information, the class calendar is right there. You click on it to open, and it's a busy document. Let me explain this to you. I'm going to zoom in to do it, and it's a PDF document. So I'm just going to zoom in, and I'll show you how to read the whole thing here. But it has periods of time identified over here in the leftmost column. This is the first week of online stuff, the second week of online stuff, third week of online stuff, and so on. These are the weeks of school that we have left. In each of those weeks, there's going to be some sort of online lecture material delivered to you, and this is where you see what that is. And so for the first week that we're back, from March 23rd to 29th, you'll have the topic 4 stuff available to you, and that's asking this question: should artificial intelligence be subject to regulation? As you scroll over to the right, as you look for look at these columns over here, during this period of time, are there any quizzes due? Are there any issue analysis due? No, there aren't. For the first 2 weeks, and that's really I made that determination back when we thought we were still going to be coming back to school on 4/6, and we're not. So we're going to be online the rest of the time, right? But that was during the time I was hoping we were, if we got back to school, then everybody would have computers and you could just do all the work then. But so that didn't happen. So for the first 2 weeks, there really isn't anything due. So you're just consuming lecture material. If you want to work on the issue quiz and issue analysis early, you can, but they're not due until these dates that you see down here. As far as speakers go, again, nobody is required to make their presentations to me yet up until we get to this third week, and you'll see the list of here's everybody that has not spoken yet in class. There are 41 of you, and so you'll see one topic 3 person. Milan was sick back when on her presentation day, so I'm going to get her caught up with the topic 4 people right there. But that's how you read this. Basically, look from at the week. So from 3:23 to 3:29, that will be out there for you. From 3:30 to 4:05, the topic 5 stuff will be out there for you. From 4:06 to 4:12, that's the week for the midterm. And I'll explain that in just a minute. But then you'll start to see these other things start to become due, and it's consistent. Starting on that week, topic 4 is due, then topic 5, then topic 6, topic 7, and so on. So there's a nice consistent path at 12:30 on Mondays. The topic quizzes are due on Fridays at 12:30 p.m. The issue analysis is due for those topics right there. And initially, they're going to be 2 weeks behind. After week 6, it gets down to where it starts to be just about a week behind. So that's how you read this. And these speakers over here, for example, Mariah, Vinny, Milan, Hope, and Sam, you'll get an email from me very shortly asking you to reserve a time to talk on the phone to make your presentation. And it'll be the exact same thing. You'll turn in your presentation on Blackboard just like you normally would have. You will, let's say we have a 2 o'clock appointment to talk on the phone. You can call me and I'll pick up the phone and we'll chat for a second, and then you walk me through your PowerPoint presentation just like if we were sitting in a classroom. That's how that will work. And so the only difference is we won't be in person. And I'm not gonna worry about Zoom or anything like that. We'll just use the phone and we'll just talk to each other. That will be easier. So if you have questions about that, let me know. I'm sure you will. If you're a speaker, I'm sure you're going to have questions. So again, call me at that number that's on the Blackboard site, and I'll be happy to talk with you. Let's talk about the remaining tests. We have a midterm still, and we have a final exam. The midterm will be available for 48 hours. It'll be available from basically 12 a.m. on 4/6 to 11:59 p.m. on 4/7. You have 48 hours to complete it, and it will. It's just Blackboard. You'll get a minute per question. I'm not sure how many questions will be on it yet. I'll make that very soon. But if there were 50 questions, you would have 50 minutes to complete it. And you'll see it on Blackboard. When you look on Blackboard over here, there's a page called Midterm and Final Exams. When you click on that, there will be a link here that says midterm. You click on it, And so sometime between 12 a.m. on 4/6 and 11:59 p.m. on 4/7, you need to log into Blackboard, give yourself enough time to do it, and take that test. My advice to you is to do it earlier than later. So I would do it sometime on 4/6. That way, if you have a problem, you can contact me and we can still get you where you can work on it. If you wait until like 11:30 p.m. and you try and take it, you're going to run out of time. If you have problems, I'm going to be in bed at that point. So I'm not going to be able to help you at that point. So do it earlier than later, and that gives you time to basically get some help if there's a problem. With the final exam, it's available from 8 a.m. on Monday of final exam week until 3 p.m. on Friday of final exam week. So you have 5 days to get the final exam done. Again, you'll get a minute per question. I usually do 30 seconds per question, but because, you guys didn't sign up for an online class, this has been thrust upon you, and I'm sorry about that. Usually we have 30 seconds per question, and what that does, it just makes it so it's short enough that if somebody's trying to look up answers, they run out of time. But because of this whole situation, we're making it longer than we usually do. You don't have to go to a testing center. We also require that, at least with final exams during normal classes. But with all of this COVID-19 stuff, everybody's going to be completing the test from home. So that's the format. You get a minute per question, and you take it where you live, in those windows right there. And this stuff will be available earlier than you're seeing it here. I just did it like this just to give myself time, but hopefully I'm going to have like all the material posted for you within a few weeks, and you'll be able to work on like issue quizzes and issue analysis early if you want to. But that's when the deadlines are. Please note you do still have to do the research paper. It is due by 12:30 p.m. on Monday the 27th. That moved back a whole bunch of weeks. And I've been talking to the library and trying to get some resources for them, from them to help you guys be able to make sure you can research at a distance. And so that should be coming in the coming days as well. So that'll be pretty cool to have that just going forward anyway. But that's how you do it. That's how the class works, and I think that's it. If you have questions, contact me about the calendar. Let me go over to the Blackboard site here. Okay, so this is the announcement page. You know what to do with the announcement page. This is where you'll basically be getting announcements on a regular basis. My contact information is right there. You have my phone number right there as well, so you can call me if you need me. On the course information, that stuff, other than the calendar being there, everything else is still the same. The syllabus as well as the grading rubric, sample presentation. You guys recall I put that out there, I think about the week before spring break. On the submit assignments page, what you'll now see is you go into a folder. So let me come down here to our current folder for topic 4. It'll tell you when the issue quiz and the issue analysis are due. That's listed on the submit assignment page itself. So you click in the folder to look at the stuff. The issue quiz and the issue analysis will still be at the top, and the issue analysis is the same format. Oh, and we'll come back to that in just a second. You come down here in this case because topic 4 is coming from, I made that one up completely. It's not in a textbook. You have some reading assignments, which are listed right there. Those are all PDF documents that you can open on your computer. These are lectures. So the day 1 lecture stuff, that's basically like the Wednesday before we went on spring break. That's what that stuff is right there. The day 2 stuff, this would have been the Monday that we came back. So that's that material right there. So I encourage you to, that's very short. That day 1 is just to remind you. I encourage everybody to just start with that one. It's about 10 minutes. Take a look at it, listen to it, and then you can work your way into day 2. And I allude to these as you go through those lessons, through the day 1 and the day 2 lessons. I take you to these documents one by one as needed. So you'll see those as you need. And you'll see this for topic 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9 in the coming weeks. You'll see more stuff come available to you. Okay, that's the submit assignments page. Midterm and final exams. Again, what you'll see here very soon is now that I have the issue 4 quiz built, I had to get that done in order to make the practice midterm. So very soon you'll see a practice midterm up here, which you can take as many times as you want. Whatever grade you get on it doesn't matter. It's just a rehearsal for the real midterm. I guarantee you, if you do the practice midterm multiple times, you're going to do better on the midterm than if you don't do the practice test, and also for the final. So you'll see that coming out in a very soon, practice midterm, and then during the midterm itself, that will show up there. Libraries, I have a link there for it, and I will be hopefully getting you some really good information about how to use some of those library resources with the contact that I have over there. And I think that's it. So that's what I could think of to cover in this orientation. Please contact me with your questions. Again, the best way to do that is to call me, and there is my phone number right there. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for your flexibility again. Hang in there. We'll get through this. This is really weird times, but you know what? We're gonna be just fine. So thanks a lot, and you guys have a good day.